So basically Pythagoras theorem, when we say, always we first think about the right angle triangle. This is only applicable to the right angle triangle. Okay, so for Pythagoras theorem, suppose this is A, B and C is a right angle triangle where angle B is equals to 90 degree. Opposite to 90 degree is always, we say, hypotenuse. So opposite to 90 is always going to be hypotenuse, which is denoted by H. Okay, or in this case if you want you can write B or C, anything, but here like we can write here H. Okay, now if suppose we are going to take this angle, consider this angle we are going to take. So adjacent to this angle we call it adjacent. Okay, so this is going to be adjacent. Okay, and this opposite to this angle, whatever the angle we have taken in a triangle, opposite to that angle is known as opposite. So there are the three things which we need to remember. We need to identify what is hypotenuse, adjacent and opposite. Adjacent is always adjacent to the angle. If suppose in another question, if angle A I am going to take, in that scenario adjacent will be AB. Okay, and opposite will be opposite to the angle A, which is BC. So like this way we can change the adjacent and opposite as per the question. Hypotenuse is always going to be equal opposite to the 90. So if we know these three, so there is a relation between the three sides in a Pythagoras theorem. What it states? It states that square of hypotenuse, if suppose opposite I am denoting by, like suppose this is C, I am denoting at this B and this is what? A. So square of hypotenuse is equals to sum of the square of other two sides. Okay, so that means C square is equals to A square plus B square, or if I am writing here H, opposite is O, and or if you wanted to write here like this way, like AC is your hypotenuse, so square of AC is equals to sum of the square of other two side, which is AB square plus BC square. So this is known as Pythagoras theorem. Now where we can use the application of Pythagoras theorem? So it is used to find the third side of a triangle when any two sides of a triangle are given. If in a question, like suppose I am just taking one example like A, B and C. This is angle at B. Okay, this value is suppose X given, this is value Y. Now they are asking what is the value of this one, right? So in this scenario, if you see the two sides are given and we have to identify the third side, then what we can use here? Pythagoras theorem. Okay, so we will solve few questions based on the Pythagoras theorem and we'll say how we can identify the values or find the sides using the Pythagoras theorem. Let's take an example, like suppose this is a question where we have A, B, C. I'm just writing here A, B and C. Okay. Now, if it is like given 5 and 12 and they are asking us to identify the value of B, what will be the value of B? Now, in this case, B is what? This is 90 degree. So, B is what? Hypotenuse. Opposite to 90 degrees always hypotenuse. So, in this case, I am going to write here again AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Square of the hypotenuse is equals to the sum of the square of other two sides. So in this case, this is going to be B square and AB in this case, I am going to write here 5 square and BC is 12 square. So B square is nothing but 5 square is 25 plus 12 is 144. So B is equals to, if I put a square on the other side, it will be square root. If I will add these together, 169. 169 is the square root of 169 is 13. So 13 centimeter, if it is unit is centimeter, we can write it 13 centimeter. So like this way, we can identify the value of third side. Okay, like suppose if one question is like this is 5, then this is what 3 and this is what A. Now they are asking us to calculate the value of A. How we can find? Again, we have to do the same thing. Hypotenuse in this case, if it is 90 degree, hypotenuse is going to be 5. So 5 square is equals to A square plus 3 square, right? Square of hypotenuse is equals to sum of the square of other two sides. So hypotenuse in this case is 25 is equals to A square plus 9. 9 we have to shift on the other side. So 25 minus 9 is going to be a square. So a square is going to be 25 minus 9, which is 16, correct? So square root of 16 is nothing but 4. So like this way we calculated the value of unknown sides. Now third question, let's take an example of third one. Like suppose this is 5, this is 4, and they are asking us to find out C. What is C? So again we have to use the similar thing. Square of hypotenuse, which is C in this case, is equals to 5 square plus 4 square, right? So C square is equals to 25 plus 16, which is going to be C square is equals to 41, and when we put C square on like square on the other side, it will become square root. So C is equals to square root of 41, which is going to be 6.4 units. Centimeter or meter, whatever the values are given, we can write here. So like this way we can identify the unknown side by using the Pythagoras theorem, but the condition should be it should be a 90 degree. Okay, that means